Yes, children. Now we will go for another lesson. That is changing cultural tradition in Europe. So, what is Europe here? Europe is one continent. During 1300 to 1800, what are the changes it has taken place in the continent Europe? We know that there are 7 continents are there. The biggest continent is the Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Antarctica and Australia. Like that we have 7 continents. In this class we are studying about Europe. That is not at present what is going on, in the past tense what happened in the European countries. Cultural changes, changing cultural tradition, or what are the changes it has been taken place in Europe during 1300 to 1800 AD. During 1300 to 1800 AD. So, changing cultural tradition in Europe. The topic we are today is discussing is changing cultural tradition in Europe. That is from when to when? From 1300 to 1800 AD. What are the changes it has been taken place in Europe? Right. Many changes has been taken place in Europe, and in Europe they have divided the ages: ancient period, medieval period, early modern period and modern period, like that they divided. The history of European history or the period of European history has divided into 4 characteristics. That is the ancient period, which is start from 0 years to 400 AD. AD means year after the death of Jesus Christ. AD means after the death of who, sir? After the death of Jesus Christ is the AD. Then, that is the ancient period they call. In that period, what are the changes it has been taken place? And then, medieval period, that is from 400 AD to 1300 AD. After that, early modern period is there, which starts from 1300 AD to 1800 AD. And modern period is present, that is from 1800 AD to till now. That is the modern period. We know little about the ancient period and modern period, that is medieval period. We know little and much information not there about that period, but in this class we are going to know about the early modern period. So what are the changes that has been taken place in Europe? Here the fall of Constantinople had changed the scenario, the trade scenario of the East and West. It led the exploration of new route. It helped the world to know more about the geography. The Renaissance was really a revolution not only in Europe but in the world on the whole. Yes. The fall of Constantinople. Constantinople is one place. Constantinople is one of the name of the place, which is the capital city of Italy. The capital city of Italy or Rome is Constantinople. And the ruler of that area is Byzantine Empire. The ruler of that area is Byzantine Empire. So when the Byzantine Empire was fall down, then no ruler, no appropriate ruler come forward to rule that area, that is Constantinople. After that, the people started inventing new sea routes and connecting from one country to another country. So, with the fall of Constantinople, new inventions and discoveries has been taken place. Evolution of exploration of new sea routes. Not only that, it also helped about the geography, to know more about the geography. So Renaissance was really a revolution. Renaissance was really a revolution not only in Europe. So the change is not only in Europe, but in the total world. It has bring out a great change. Renaissance, rebirth, change that has been taking place. So here, most of the development, most of the explorations, most of the inventions and discoveries is from European countries only. Is from European countries only. Remember, Europe is not a country, it is a continent. Some group of countries become one continent, isn't it? That is a continent, it is not a country. So can you name the European countries? Means many are there. France, Italy, Germany, England, Spain, Austria, Portugal, Greece. These are all the countries of Europe. Hungary is there, Denmark is there, many countries are there, Sweden is there, Switzerland is there. These are all the countries of Europe. Now we are going to study the changes that has been taken place in Europe from when? From 1300 AD to 1800 AD. So what are the changes that has been taken place in European continent, in European country? That is, yes, as we all know that Roman means we have to remember what country, what is the name of that country? Even Roman people came to India also. Yes? Do you agree? We use Roman numbers. Roman number 1, 2, X, V. These are all the Roman letters, no? No, Rome, not England. Italy. The capital of Italy is Rome. And the people who live in Rome are called as Roman people. No, the people who live in India, they are called as Indians. And the people who live in Rome, they are called as Romans. Roman people. And it is the capital of Italy. Rome is the capital of Italy. Right. So here, Europe was, yes, the total European continent, the total Europe was totally dominated by one empire. What is the name of that empire? Roman Empire. Roman Empire dominated the Europe, Turkey and Egypt for a long time. So not only this Roman Empire dominated only European continent, but also they dominated Turkey and Egypt also. What is the capital of Turkey? What is the capital of Turkey? Ankara. The capital of Turkey is Ankara. What is the capital of Egypt? What is the capital of Egypt? Cairo. The capital of Egypt is Cairo. Right. There was a great revolt of the peasants in England in 1381 which ended serfdom in England. In the 1381 in England, what is the capital of England? What is the capital of England? The capital of England is Great Britain. The capital of England is Great Britain. In England, all the peasants united together and they revolted against the Roman Empire. And they want to have a separate rights, separate business opportunities to the people of England or to the peasants. Peasants here are nothing but business people. Business people. So the business people are not having good business and a lot of disturbance was there by the kings and the kingdoms. So for that purpose, all the peasants united together and they revolted against the kings and the kingdom and serfdom. After that, Renaissance is a new cultural movement began to develop in Europe. So Renaissance, rebirth. Renaissance here means nothing but rebirth or rechange. Is one of the new cultural movement that brought a big change or big development in Europe. So Renaissance is one of the new movement. Renaissance is nothing but rebirth, which has brought a big change in the Europe. Big change in the sense, a good development has been begin because of Renaissance. Royal people also started questioning religious authorities to find simpler and direct ways of reaching God. During that period only, the royal people here nothing but the prince and the princess, queens, kings and other courtiers who are having very good cadre. They are questioning to the religious authorities. Like in the church we can have what? Father, pastor, like that in the church. And in masjid we have some muezzin and alim like that. In different places we have different persons. And that people are questioning. The kings and the queens or the royal people are questioning. Show me the direct way. Show me the direct way to reach God. Now here I am having some principles where the people are following. So religious authorities means the people who are totally devoted towards God. And all the time they are in the temples, churches and masjids. So they are having more idea for that purpose. They ask, the royal people ask the religious authorities, show me the direct way how to reach to God, like that they question themselves. The historian Jacob Boukadit was a Swiss scholar, wrote a book, The Civilization of Renaissance in Italy in 1860. So Jacob Boukadit is one of the famous writers of European continent and he belongs to Swiss. He belongs to Switzerland. He has written one book. The name of the book is Jacob Boukadit. Jacob Boukadit was one of the name of the book which was written by a Swiss scholar. And the name of the book is The Civilization of Renaissance. Jacob Boukadit was one of the name of the author. He belonged to Switzerland. A writer, he is a writer. And Jacob Boukadit is one writer. He has written one book. The name of the book is The Renaissance of, or the Civilization of the Civilization of the Renaissance in Italy. In Italy, the Civilization of Renaissance in Italy in 1860. It was written by Jacob Boukadit. He belonged to Switzerland. In 1453, Constantinople was captured by Turks. In 1453, Turkey was captured or occupied by, not Turkey, Constantinople. Constantinople means the capital of Rome. It was captured by the Turkey Empire. And from that period, yes, humanism started in Italy but soon spread into France, England and Netherlands. Yes, humanism has been started during that period. And also, it spread not only in England, but it also spread to the other countries of Europe, like France, England, Netherlands, like that it spread. What is the capital of France? What is the capital of France? Paris, correct answer. What is the capital of England? Great Britain, correct answer. What is the capital of Netherlands? Netherlands. Amsterdam. Amsterdam is the capital of Netherlands. Right. So next topic I will continue in my next class, children. So far what you learned, you prepare a note on that. Now I have written some important scientists and their contributions to the world that I have written on the board. Scientists and their inventions. So first scientist is Newton, Sir Isaac Newton. He has found out, he has given information on Earth's rotation. That is the movement of the Earth, how Earth moves, what is the reason for the movement of the Earth and all those things. He has given a clear description. He means who? Mr. Newton. Next is John Gutenberg. John Gutenberg is one of another scientist who has invented printing press or printing machine. Another person is there, William Harvey. William Harvey is the person who has given about the blood circulation, about the movement of the blood in the body, how the blood is moving. That is, the heart is pumping the blood to the various of the body and how heart is collected, all these things. He has given a clear description here. He means who? William Harvey. Next, Vesalius. Vesalius is another person who has given a description on the anatomy of the body. Anatomy of the body he has given. Then Copernicus is another scientist who has given that the sun is in the center of the universe. The sun is in the center of the universe, he has given. And the last one is Galileo. We all know Galileo. He has invented telescope. Galileo has invented telescope. So all the scientists has came out from the European countries only. So in the next class, I will continue with the next topic. Thank you.